Narayana Hari Narayana Narayana Sai Narayana Narayana Hari Narayana Sai Narayana Narayana Hari ಮಹೇಶ್ವರ ಸಾಯಿ ನಾರಾಯಣ. ಮಹಾದೇವ ಮಹೇಶ್ವರ ಸಾಯಿ ನಾರಾಯಣ. ನಟನಾಗರ ದುಃಖಭಂಜನ ಸಾಯಿ ನಾರಾಯಣ. ನಟನಾಗರ ದುಃಖಭಂಜನ ಸಾಯಿ ನಾರಾಯಣ. ಕರುಣಾಕರ ಅಖಿಲೇಶ್ವರ ಸಾಯಿ ನಾರಾಯಣ. ಕರುಣಾಕರ ಅಖಿಲೇಶ್ವರ ಸಾಯಿ ನಾರಾಯಣ. ಅಲ್ಲಾಹ್ ತುಮ್ ಮಹಾವೀರೇಸು ಸಾಯಿ ನಾರಾಯಣ. ಅಲ್ಲಾಹ್ ತುಮ್ ಮಹಾವೀರೇಸು ಸಾಯಿ ನಾರಾಯಣ.
जय सद्गुरुनाथ कृपा जलधे प्रणमामि गुरो करुणाशरधे. जय सद्गुरुनाथ कृपा जलधे प्रणमामि गुरो करुणाशरधे. जय हे मधुसूदन साई गुरो तव पादयुगे शरणं शरणं. जय हे मधुसूदन साई गुरो तव पादयुगे शरणं शरणं. तव पादयुगे शरणं शरणं.
जय हे जगदुद्धरणाश्रितवत्सल धर्मविधायक पाहि गुरो. जय हे जगदुद्धरणाश्रितवत्सल धर्मविधायक पाहि गुरो. शरणागत चित्सुखदायि गुरो तव पादयुगे शरणं शरणं शरणागत चित् सुखदायि गुरो तव पादयुगे शरणं शरणम्
माधव हे अवतार विशेष दया घन हे जय मानव रूपक माधव हे अवतार विशेष दया घन हे जय हे मधुसूदन साई गुरो तव पादयुगे शरणं शरणं जय हे मधुसूदन साई गुरो तव पादयुगे शरणं शरणं तव पादयुगे शरणं शरणम्
वसुधैव कुटुम्बकमित्यधुना
नवघोषणकारक विश्वगुरो
वसुधैव कुटुम्बकमित्यधुना
नवघोषणकारक विश्वगुरो आरोग्य सुपोषणदायक हे विद्याधनदायक तव शरणम् आरोग्य सुपोषणदायक हे विद्याधनदायक तव शरणम्
भवतापहरं
सुखशान्तिकरं परिपूर्णतरं योगीन्द्रवरं भवतापहरं सुखशान्तिकरं परिपूर्णतरं योगीन्द्रवरं भवबन्धविमोचनकल्पतरो वन्दे मधुसूदन साई गुरुं भवबन्धविमोचनकल्पतरो वन्दे मधुसूदन साई गुरुं वन्दे मधुसूदन साई गुरुं वन्दे मधुसूदन साई गुरुं जय सद्गुरुनाथ कृपा जलधे प्रणमामि गुरो करुणाशरधे जय सद्गुरुनाथ कृपा जलधे प्रणमामि गुरो करुणाशरधे जय हे मधुसूदन साई गुरो तव पादयुगे शरणं शरणं जय हे मधुसूदन साई गुरो तव पादयुगे शरणं शरणं तव पादयुगे शरणं शरणम्
जीवन व्यर्थ है मेरा, तुमसे ही जीवन में है सवेरा। तुम बिन जीवन व्यर्थ है मेरा, तुमसे ही जीवन में है सवेरा। रंग दे मुझे तू अपने ही रंग में, छूटे कभी ना ये संग तेरा, ये संग तेरा। साईं राम साईं राम साईं राम साईं राम। मैं तो दिशाहीन पथहीन था, बिना लक्ष्य का मैं भटकता रहा। मैं तो दिशाहीन पथहीन था, बिना लक्ष्य का मैं भटकता रहा। तेरे द्वार आकर है आंखें खुली, अलख सा जगा एक ज्योति जली, एक ज्योति जली। साईं राम साईं राम साईं राम साईं राम। अब तो कहीं और जाना नहीं, तुम हो जहां साईं मैं भी वही। अब तो कहीं और जाना नहीं, तुम हो जहां साईं मैं भी वही। स्वीकार मेरी ये विनती करो, अपनी शरण में मुझे तुम रखो, मुझे तुम रखो। साईं राम 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 साईं राम। ख्वाहिशों में भी हम यूं ही तुमको चाहते हैं, ख्वाहिशों में भी हम यूं ही तुमको चाहते हैं। देखे जब धरती ज़मीं तुमको पाते हैं, ख्वाहिशों में भी हम यूं ही तुमको चाहते हैं। तेरे प्यार में हर कोई खुद को भुला रहा, तेरे प्यार में हर कोई खुद को भुला रहा। हर पल तुझे ही याद कर तुझे बुला रहा। ओ साईं, you are our life. Oh साईं, you are our life. Oh साईं, you are our life. थोड़ी जगह हमको बनाने दो, दिल में तेरे थोड़ी जगह हमको बनाने दो। एक छोटी सी कोई भूमिका हमको निभाने दो, एक छोटी सी कोई भूमिका हमको निभाने दो। हमारी जिंदगी तेरे सिवा है कुछ नहीं, हमारी जिंदगी तेरे सिवा है कुछ नहीं। ये जान जब गए हैं तो कहेंगे क्यों नहीं। ओ साई, ओ साई, you are our love, you are our love. ओ साई, you are our love, you are our love. ओ साई, you are our love. ओ साई, you are our love. O Sai, 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 you are our love.
जय सद्गुरुनाथ कृपा जलधे, प्रणमामि गुरो करुणाशरधे। जय सद्गुरुनाथ कृपा जलधे, प्रणमामि गुरो करुणाशरधे। जय हे मधुसूदन साई गुरो, तव पादयुगे शरणं शरणं। जय हे मधुसूदन साई गुरो, तव पादयुगे शरणं शरणं, तव पादयुगे शरणं शरणं।
जय हे जगदुद्धरणाश्रितवत्सल, धर्मविधायक पाहि गुरो। जय हे जगदुद्धरणाश्रितवत्सल, धर्मविधायक पाहि गुरो। शरणागत चित् सुखदायि गुरो, तव पादयुगे शरणं शरणं। शरणागत चित् सुखदायि गुरो, तव पादयुगे शरणं शरणं। जय मानव रूपक माधव हे, अवतार विशेष दया घन हे।
जय मानव रूपक माधव हे, अवतार विशेष दया घन हे।
जय हे मधुसूदन साई गुरो, तव पादयुगे शरणं शरणं।
जय हे मधुसूदन साई गुरो, तव पादयुगे शरणं शरणं तव पादयुगे शरणं शरणम्
वसुधैव कुटुम्बकमित्यधुना नवघोषणकारक विश्वगुरो वसुधैव कुटुम्बकमित्यधुना नवघोषणकारक विश्वगुरो आरोग्य सुपोषणदायक हे विद्याधनदायक तव शरणम् आरोग्य सुपोषणदायक हे विद्याधनदायक तव शरणम् मनिधनि निधनि गसा स निगसा सगस माम गम गदाधनि समगस निधनि स निगस निधमाधनि मनिधमगस गम
भवतापहरं सुखशान्तिकरं परिपूर्णतरं योगीन्द्रवरं भवतापहरं सुखशान्तिकरं परिपूर्णतरं योगीन्द्रवरं भवबन्धविमोचनकल्पतरो वन्दे मधुसूदन साई गुरुं भवबन्धविमोचनकल्पतरो वन्दे मधुसूदन साई गुरुं वन्दे मधुसूदन साई गुरुं वन्दे मधुसूदन साई गुरुं तन मन धन सब ही मेरे तुम हो सद्गुरु तन मन धन सब ही मेरे तुम हो सद्गुरु तुमसे ही मेरे जीवन की हर खुशी तुम नहीं तो हूँ मैं भी कुछ नहीं सुख में दुख में मेरे साथ तुम रहो तन मन धन सब ही मेरे तुम हो सद्गुरु तन मन धन सब ही मेरे तुम हो सद्गुरु ज्ञान की ज्योत से मन को निखारते प्रेम की नीति से अंतर सवारते हर पल हमें सत्य की राह दिखाते हर क्षण तुम हमसे ही हमको मिलाते यह सत्य जो अमर है तुम हमें सिखा रहे मानव और माधव का भेद तुम मिटा रहे इसलिए सबसे ही प्रेम सबकी सेवा करे जग को स्नेह से भरे इसलिए सबसे ही प्रेम सबकी सेवा करे, जग को स्नेह से भरे। मिल सभी संग चले तेरे दिखाए राह पे, मिल सभी संग रहे तेरे बनाए संसार के घर में। तन मन धन सब ही मेरे तुम हो सद्गुरु, तन मन धन सब ही मेरे तुम हो सद्गुरु। दुखियों की ये वेदना कौन है सुनता यहाँ, दीनों की ये प्रार्थना देव भी सुनता है क्या। निर्धन जन मन रोग भरा तन कोई कैसे सहे, दुख की व्यथा की यह कहानी कौन अब किससे कहे, चुप रहे। अंधकार में दिलों के ज्ञान का दिया तुमने जला प्रकाश है किया। दुखियों के दुखों को दूर कर किया उन्हें सुखी, तुम में नई किरण उन्हें दिखी। जन जन को मिल गई एक रोशनी, हर मन में वही प्रेम वाहिनी। तुमसे ही जगी एक प्रेरणा नई, चरणों में तेरे शांति मिल गई। तन मन धन सब ही मेरे तुम हो सद्गुरु, तन मन धन सब ही मेरे तुम हो सद्गुरु। तुमसे ही मेरे जीवन की हर खुशी, तुम नहीं तो हूँ मैं भी कुछ नहीं। सुख में दुख में मेरे साथ तुम रहो।
जीवन व्यर्थ है मेरा, तुमसे ही जीवन में है सवेरा। तुम बिन जीवन व्यर्थ है मेरा, तुमसे ही जीवन में है सवेरा। रंग दे मुझे तू रंग में छूटे कभी ना ये संग तेरा, ये संग तेरा। साईं राम, साईं राम, साईं राम, साईं राम। मैं तो दिशाहीन पथहीन था, बिना लक्ष्य का मैं भटकता रहा। मैं तो दिशाहीन पथहीन था, बिना लक्ष्य का मैं भटकता रहा। तेरे द्वार आकर है आंखें खुली, अलग सा जगा एक ज्योति जली, एक ज्योति जली। साईं राम, साईं राम, साईं राम, साईं राम। अब तो कहीं और जाना नहीं, तुम हो जहां साईं मैं भी वही। अब तो कहीं और जाना नहीं, तुम हो जहां साईं मैं भी वही। स्वीकार मेरी ये विनती करो, अपनी शरण में मुझे तुम रखो, मुझे तुम रखो। साईं राम, 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 साईं राम।
ख्वाहिशों में भी हम यूं ही तुमको चाहते हैं, ख्वाहिशों में भी हम यूं ही तुमको चाहते हैं। देखे जब धरती ज़मीं तुमको पाते हैं, ख्वाहिशों में भी हम यूं ही तुमको चाहते हैं। तेरे प्यार में हर कोई खुद को भुला रहा, तेरे प्यार में हर कोई खुद को भुला रहा। हर पल तुझे ही याद कर तुझे बुला रहा।
ओ साईं, you are our life. ओ साईं, you are our life. ओ साईं, you are our life. ओ साईं, you are our life.
दिल में तेरे थोड़ी जगह हमको बनाने दो, दिल में तेरे थोड़ी जगह हमको बनाने दो, एक छोटी सी कोई भूमिका हमको निभाने दो, एक छोटी सी कोई भूमिका हमको निभाने दो, हमारी जिंदगी तेरे सिवा है कुछ नहीं, हमारी जिंदगी तेरे सिवा है कुछ नहीं, ये जान जब गए हैं तो कहेंगे क्यों नहीं। ओ साई,
O Sai,
you are our love.
you are our love.
Oh Sai,
O Sai,
you are our love.
you are our life. O Sai, 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 you are our life.
जय सद्गुरुनाथ कृपा जलधि प्रणमामि गुरु करुणा शरधि, जय सद्गुरुनाथ कृपा जलधि प्रणमामि गुरु करुणा शरधि, जय हे मधुसूदन साई गुरु तव पादयुगे शरणं शरणं, जय हे मधुसूदन साई गुरु तव पादयुगे शरणं शरणं, तव पादयुगे शरणं शरणं।
जय हे जगदुद्धरणाश्रितवत्सल धर्मविधायक पाहि गुरो, जय हे जगदुद्धरणाश्रितवत्सल धर्मविधायक पाहि गुरो, शरणागत चित्सुखदायि गुरो तव पादयुगे शरणं शरणं, शरणागत चित्सुखदायि गुरो तव पादयुगे शरणं शरणं।
जय मानव रूपक माधव हे अवतार ऋषेश दया घन हे, जय मानव रूपक माधव हे अवतार विशेष दया घन हे, जय हे मधुसूदन साई गुरो तव पादयुगे शरणं शरणं, जय हे मधुसूदन साई गुरो तव पादयुगे
वसुधैव कुटुम्बकमित्यधुना
नवघोषणकारक विश्वगुरो
वसुधैव कुटुम्बकमित्यधुना
नवघोषणकारक विश्वगुरो आरोग्य सुपोषणदायक हे विद्याधनदायक तव शरणम् आरोग्य सुपोषणदायक हे विद्याधनदायक तव शरणम्
भवतापहरं सुखशान्तिकरं परिपूर्णतरं योगीन्द्रवरं भवतापहरं सुखशान्तिकरं परिपूर्णतरं योगीन्द्रवरं भवबन्धविमोचनकल्पतरो वन्दे मधुसूदन साई गुरुं भवबन्धविमोचनकल्पतरो वन्दे मधुसूदन साई गुरुं वन्दे मधुसूदन साई गुरुं वन्दे मधुसूदन साई गुरुं
तन मन धन सब ही मेरे तुम हो सद्गुरु तन मन धन सब ही मेरे तुम हो सद्गुरु तुमसे ही मेरे जीवन की हर खुशी तुम नहीं तो हूँ मैं भी कुछ नहीं सुख में दुख में मेरे साथ तुम रहो तन मन धन सब ही मेरे तुम हो सद्गुरु तन मन धन सब ही मेरे तुम हो सद्गुरु ज्ञान की ज्योत से मन को निखारते प्रेम की नीति से अंतर सवारते हर पल हमें सत्य की राह दिखाते हर क्षण तुम हमसे ही हमको मिलाते यह सत्य जो अमर है तुम हमें सिखा रहे मानव का भेद तुम मिटा रहे इसलिए सबसे ही प्रेम सबकी सेवा करे जग को स्नेह से भरे इसलिए सबसे ही प्रेम सबकी सेवा करे जग को स्नेह से भरे। मिल सभी संग चले तेरे दिखाए राह पे, मिल सभी संग रहे तेरे बनाए संसार के घर में। तन मन धन सब ही मेरे तुम हो सद्गुरु, तन मन धन सब ही मेरे तुम हो सद्गुरु। दुखियों की ये वेदना कौन है सुनता यहाँ, दीनों की ये प्रार्थना देव भी सुनता है क्या। निर्धन जन मन रोग भरा तन कोई कैसे सहे, दुख की व्यथा की यह कहानी कौन अब किससे कहे, चुप रहे। अंधकार में दिलों के ज्ञान का दिया तुमने जला प्रकाश है किया। दुखियों के दुखों को दूर कर किया उन्हें सुखी, तुम में नई किरण उन्हें दिखी। जन जन को मिल गई एक रोशनी, हर मन में वही प्रेम वाहिनी। तुमसे ही जगी एक प्रेरणा नई, चरणों में तेरे शांति मिल गई। तन मन धन सब ही मेरे तुम हो सद्गुरु, तन मन धन सब ही मेरे तुम हो सद्गुरु। तुमसे ही मेरे जीवन की हर खुशी, तुम नहीं तो हूँ मैं भी कुछ नहीं। सुख में दुख में मेरे साथ तुम रहो।
जीवन व्यर्थ है मेरा, तुमसे ही जीवन में है सवेरा। तुम बिन जीवन व्यर्थ है मेरा, तुमसे ही जीवन में है सवेरा। रंग दे मुझे तू अपने ही रंग में, छूटे कभी ना दिशाहीन पथहीन था, बिना लक्ष्य का मैं भटकता रहा। मैं तो दिशाहीन पथहीन था, बिना लक्ष्य का मैं भटकता रहा। तेरे द्वार आकर है आंखें खुली, अलग सा जगा एक ज्योति जली, एक ज्योति जली। साईं राम साईं राम साईं राम साईं राम। अब तो कहीं और जाना नहीं, तुम हो जहां साईं मैं भी वही।
धन सर्व नಮಗೆ ನೀನೆ ಸದ್ಗುರು, ತನು ಮನ ಧನ ಸರ್ವ ನಮಗೆ ನೀನೆ ಸದ್ಗುರು. ನಿನ್ನಯ ಮಮತೆಯ ಪ್ರೇಮ ತನ್ಮಯ ತಿಳುಹೆಯ, ನಿನ್ನಯ ಪ್ರೇಮ ಮರ್ಮವ ಇಹಕ್ಕೂ ಪರಕ್ಕೂ ಎಮಗೆ ನೀನೆ ಎಲ್ಲವೂ. ತನು ಮನ ಧನ ಸರ್ವ ನಮಗೆ ನೀನೆ ಸದ್ಗುರು, ತನು ಮನ ಧನ ಸರ್ವ ನಮಗೆ ನೀನೆ ಸದ್ಗುರು. ಸತ್ಯದ ಪರಿಬೋಧಕ ತ್ಯಾಗದ ಪ್ರತಿರೂಪಕ, ಸತ್ಯದ ಪರಿಬೋಧಕ ತ್ಯಾಗದ ಪ್ರತಿರೂಪಕ, ಭವಸಾಗರ ತಾರಕ ಗುರುವೆ ನಾವಿಕ, ಭವಸಾಗರ ತಾರಕ ಗುರುವೆ ನಾವಿಕ. ಜ್ಞಾನ ನಿಧಿಯ ನಿನ್ನ ಕರುಣೆಗಿಲ್ಲ ಕಾರಣ, ಜಗಕ್ಕಿಲ್ಲ ನಿನ್ನ ವಿನಾ ಅನ್ಯ ಆಶಾ ಕಿರಣ. ಜಗವೆಲ್ಲ ಕುಟುಂಬ ನಿನಗೆ ಜಗವಂದನ, ಹೇ ಮಧುಸೂದನ. ಜಗವೆಲ್ಲ ಕುಟುಂಬ ನಿನಗೆ ಜಗವಂದನ, ಹೇ ಮಧುಸೂದನ. ನಿನ್ನನು ಪಡೆದಿಹ ನಮ್ಮ ಜನ್ಮ ಪಾವನ, ಪ್ರೇಮವ ಹರಿಸಿ ಹೇ ಸಾರ್ಥಕ ಭಾವದಿ ತುಂಬಿದೆ ಜೀವನ. ಸರ್ವ ನಮಗೆ ನೀನೆ ಸದ್ಗುರು. ತನು ಮನ ಧನ ಸರ್ವ ನಮಗೆ ನೀನೆ ಸದ್ಗುರು. ಕಥನ ಕವಿದಿದೆ ಭುವನ. ಆರ್ತತೆ ತಪನ ಕಾದಿದೆ ಪತನ. ಕಠಿಣ ಜಗದ ವ್ಯಥೆಯ ಕಥೆಯು ನೊಂದ ಬಡಮನ. ಸರ್ವ ನಮಗೆ ನೀನೆ ಸದ್ಗುರು. ತನು ಮನ ಧನ ಸರ್ವ ನಮಗೆ ನೀನೆ ಸದ್ಗುರು. ನಿನ್ನಯ ಮಮತೆಯ ಪ್ರೇಮ ತನ್ಮಯ ತಿಳುವೆಯ ನಿನ್ನಯ ಪ್ರೇಮ ಮರ್ಮವ. ಇಹಗೂ ಪರಗೂ ಎಮಗೆ ನೀನೆ ಎಲ್ಲವೂ.
Seeking the blessings of Bhagwan Sri Sathya Sai Baba, offering our collective reverential pranams to Sadguru Sri Madhusudan Sai on this glorious morning of his 46th birthday. Happy birthday, dearest and most beloved Sadguru, on behalf of all of us. Elders and guests, students and staff, brothers and sisters, seated here and everyone watching us from around the world, Sai Ram and Namaste.
We are gathered here to celebrate the birth of our Guru, our guide, our master, whose very presence kindles the heart and awakens our souls. He walked the road less traveled, and in doing so, uncovered the boundless light of wisdom that now illumines our own journeys.
Today, he walks amidst us, tolerating our stumbles, forgiving our follies, and teaching us by example that compassion has no limits. His charisma draws us close, and his all-embracive self reminds us that true greatness lies in boundless compassion and love beyond boundaries.
The Mundaka Upanishad states, Prano hi esha ya sarvabhutair vibhati, vijanan vidwan bhavati nativadi, atma krida atma rati kriyavan, esha brahmavidam varishtaha. He who recognizes the Supreme Self as the prana, shining forth in all beings, such a person of wisdom ceases to speak. Instead, he revels in and delights in his own divine self, yet continues to be engaged in actions for the sake of others. Such a being is said to be the best among the knowers of Brahman.
It is said, true legacy does not lie in material possessions, nor in monuments built. It is about the impact on the lives of others around us. It is a reflection of how we live, the values we uphold, and the difference we make. Such a life alone leaves behind a legacy that resonates for generations to come.
We celebrate this day in honor and gratitude, in prayer and obeisance to such a being who is one with the Supreme Consciousness, who embraces all humanity as one world family, whose every moment is spent for our upliftment and emancipation, whose very life is a legacy of pure love and selfless service, our dearest Sadhguru. Though his Janmabhoomi is in the heart of India, today, Sathya Sai Grama has become his Karma Bhoomi, the epicenter and heartbeat of this glorious mission.
Today, the One World, One Family global humanitarian mission, through its verticals of nutrition, education, healthcare, and socio-care, is enriching and transforming the lives of millions every single day. On this auspicious morning, we are immensely humbled, honored, and gratified to share this mission has now expanded to 100 countries, a true testament of love in action. Dearest and most beloved Sadhguru, this is our collective and humble offering to you on this special day. Happy birthday, dearest Swami.
Brothers and sisters, the onus is now upon each one of us, as we have been immensely blessed to be a part of it. It is up to us to optimize this golden opportunity as the only means to sanctify and redeem our lives. As we honor and celebrate his birthday, let us pledge to honor his life by living each day with love and kindness to each other. We commence the program with Vedic invocation by boy students of the university who will chant verses from the Mundaka Upanishad.
श्रीगुरुभ्यो नमः हरिः ओम् द्वासुपर्णा सयुजा सखाया समानं वृक्षं परिषस्व जाते त्रयोरन्यः पिप्पलं स्वाध्वत्यनश्नन्नन्यो अभिचाकशीति समाने वृक्षे पुरुषो निमग्नो निशया शोचति मुह्यमानः जुष्टैः यदा पश्यत्यन्यमीशमस्य महिमानमिति भीतशोकः यदा पश्यते रुक्मवर्णं कर्तारमीशं पुरुषं ब्रह्मयोनिम् तदा विद्वान् पुण्यपापे विधूय निरञ्जनः परमं साम्यमुपैति प्राणो हेशयः सर्वभूतैर्विभाति विजानन् विद्वान् भवतेनातिवादी आत्मक्रीडा आत्मरतिः क्रियावानेश ब्रह्मविदां वरिष्ठः सत्येन लभ्यस्तपसा ह्येष आत्मा सम्यग्ज्ञानेन ब्रह्मचर्येण नित्यम् अन्तःशरीरे ज्योतिर्मयो हि शुभ्रोऽयं पश्यन्ति यतयः क्षीणदोषाः सत्यमेव जयते नानृतं सत्येन पन्था विततो देवयानः येनाक्रमन् ऋषयो ह्याप्तकामा यत्र तत्सत्यस्य परमन्निधानम् ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः हरिः ॐ तत्सत् श्री साईश्वरार्पणमस्तु।
Yesterday morning, Gram Seva was undertaken to distribute Sadhguru's birthday prasadam in 35 villages in and around Muddenahalli. Around 800 students of our educational institutions, along with staff, visited around 6,000 homes and interacted with them. Nearly 28,000 people received the divine prasadam.
Thereafter, Sadhguru inaugurated the new outpatient registration and screening facility under the auspices of the Sri Madhusudan Sai Institute of Medical Sciences and Research. Located at Muddenahalli, this block will help streamline outpatient flow while improving patient service in a considerable manner.
Sadhguru then spent quality time interacting with students from different campuses who are here for his birthday. He spoke to them on various practical and spiritual aspects. Citing his own example, he assured them that when we love God and please Him, God will take care of us in the best way possible. On this auspicious morning, we are pleased to announce the launch of several new initiatives and collaborations.
First, we have the release of the second volume of issue 2 of the Awareness magazine. It is a multidisciplinary biannual journal of the Sri Sathya Sai University for Human Excellence. We request Professor Venugopal, Registrar Evaluation, and Dr. Kaushik, Assistant Professor in the Department of Physical and Chemical Sciences, to present the journal to Sadhguru for release. This issue contains articles contributed by students of the medical college, research scholars, and faculty of the university.
Hale Beru Hosa Chiguru. The famous adage of Kannada poet D.V. Gundappa is often quoted by Sadhguru. This is also the philosophy and approach of our institutions, to preserve our ancient values and culture, yet embrace all that is new to learn, expand our knowledge and insights. Equal emphasis is laid to preservation and propagation of Vedic scriptures, as well as methodical research in cutting-edge science and technology. Therefore, Sadhguru advocates both Advaita and artificial intelligence for societal welfare. Today, we will be partnering with two organizations to leverage the usage of AI in our service projects.
The first is the launch of AI-powered healthcare solutions in collaboration with Pranic AI to dedicate two tools, Clinical Notes Summarizer and Nurse Assistant. These technologies employ state-of-the-art AI techniques, leveraging multilingual and multimodal large language models alongside advanced text-to-speech and automatic speech recognition technologies. We call upon Mr. Pramod Ishwarappa, IT Manager from Pranic AI, Mr. Satyendra, Co-founder and Director, International Startup Foundation, and Dr. Bhupal Chidambar, Assistant Professor, Department of Mathematical and Computational Sciences from the Sri Sathya Sai University for Human Excellence for the program launch.
This voice-to-text module captures doctor-patient conversations in local languages such as Telugu, Kannada, Hindi, Tamil, Bengali, English, and summarizes the discussion in English. The summarized content is categorized into diagnosis, patient histories, recommended investigations, and medications. Integrated with the HMIS platforms used by Sai Swasthya and Sai Arogya hospitals, it enables real-time summarization, reducing consultation time, and facilitates faster, more efficient clinical workflows. The Nurse AI tool provides paramedics with both text and voice-based questionnaire prompts tailored to patient symptoms. These prompts assist paramedics in collecting preclinical patient history, which is then passed on to the doctor prior to consultation.
Next is the launch of the Pharma Bank application and in-house software developed by our organization's IT team. Shri Kalyan Chakravarti, trustee of the Sri Sathya Sai Sujala Shravanti Trust from Hyderabad, which is part of the One World, One Family Global Mission, and Shri Palachandra Sitaram, head of IT, will now present the app to Sadhguru for release. Using the FRAP framework, it is designed to streamline and centralize the annual pharmacy, disposables, and surgical requirements, not only across various blocks of our medical college and hospital here, but also the Sai Swasthya centers, Sai Arogya, and the Sai Sanjeevani hospitals. The objective is to bridge pharmaceutical CSR with institutional requirements for our free healthcare mission by facilitating procurement directly from manufacturers and transparent distribution across all our healthcare centers.
Founded by celebrated historian and author Dr. Vikram Sampath and technologist Mr. Sandeep Singh, now AI aspires to become India's largest multilingual platform to translate textual, audio, and video content across various languages using AI-assisted human-refined solutions. First, we have a short video on Now AI.
Now AI is a multilingual translation platform designed for the publishing and content ecosystem. It helps publishers, authors, and institutions move high-quality content across languages quickly, accurately, and at scale. By combining AI technology with expert human review, Now AI ensures that every translation meets the standards of clarity, consistency, and cultural accuracy. To share more on the journey and vision behind Now AI, here are a few words from our co-founders, Dr. Vikram Sampath and Sandeep Singh.
As you know, I'm a published author, and to get my books translated into Indian languages was the biggest challenge. Being, in Bangalore, it took almost 15-16 years to get my books into Kannada, the local language here. And it's not as if there is no demand or interest for good content in Indian languages. There is a lot of appetite for it, but I think the supply is simply unable to meet that demand because translation process itself is very lengthy, laborious, slow, manual intervention, and so on. Is there any technological solution for this problem?
As of now, I think we tested actually Kritrim as a first model for us to test, and we were able to get a very good output and results from those, close to 60-70% accuracy for some of the Indian languages. So yeah, translate to tell, basically it's translation of literature, so that's how it's formed. So the main purpose here is to translate the literature work. Now again, it doesn't have to be restricted to the literature. Basically we caters to all kind of books and content. In terms of for translate, we are using some of these LLM models to create the first cut of translation, and then we have a pipeline in order to ensure that it is well refined, reviewed, and there is a human element, because when it comes to literature, there is apprehensions within the creative industry that the AI would generate a machine generated output, which may not be that it might lack context and several other things. So yeah, we are ensuring that we have that pipeline, and we have teams of dedicated language experts as well as translators for specific languages in order to ensure that the final output has that creative element to it before it goes for publishing.
Our flagship tool, Translate, is a multilingual translation engine built to handle large format documents with speed and precision. Nav AI is also developing Zunav, an audio content and audiobook platform that blends AI voice technology with human narration to deliver high quality audio experiences. The first set of books we've translated using Translate is part of the FIHCR Yuva book series for children. These are original illustrated books written by Indian authors, now available in English and 6 Indian languages. We thank all our partners and patrons who have helped bring Nav AI to life. Navigating AI across vocabularies. Nav AI.
Today, Nav AI will collaborate with the Sri Sathya Sai Premamrutham Prakashana to further the shared vision of expanding the reach of Sadhguru's teachings across linguistic and cultural boundaries. We request Dr. Vikram Sampath and Mr. Sandeep Singh to kindly come forward and exchange the MOU with Mr. Suchetan Reddy, CEO of the Sri Sathya Sai Premamrutham Prakashana.
Dr. Vikram Sampath is a renowned author, historian, and fellow of the Royal Historical Society of the United Kingdom. Mr. Sandeep Singh is a seasoned professional and technologist with over 20+ years of corporate experience. The scope of the MOU will include translation of all published works into all Indian languages and select international languages such as German, Spanish, Italian, and others. Live AI-powered translations will enable Sadhguru's discourses to be accessible in real time through AI-enabled platforms and mobile applications, offering audiences the ability to listen or watch in their preferred language. Audiobook versions of all Sadhguru's works will be produced and made available in his own voice to preserve authenticity and deepen listener engagement.
We also have an addendum to an existing MOU exchanged between the Foundation for Indian Historical and Cultural Research and the Sri Sathya Sai University for Human Excellence. we will have Dr. Vikram Sampath on stage and invite Professor Sri Kantamurthy, the Vice Chancellor of our university, for this exchange. This addendum will facilitate joint research projects on the Kadamba dynasty and the making of Karnataka, inscriptions, identity, and the rise of indigenous rule, and other topics such as eco-dharma in the Mahabharata. We are grateful to our Sadhguru for graciously launching all these initiatives this morning.
The Narada Bhakti Sutra states, Satarati, Satarati, Salokan Starayati. Having crossed over the ocean of samsara, the realized one takes along the world too, holding them by the hand, showing the way, walking the way, until we reach our final destination. He shared the other day that, as a Sadhguru, he has taken it upon himself to better the lives of humanity, both in the here and the hereafter, Iha and Para. This transformation is not abstract, but very much tactile and visible before our very eyes. Be it the thousands of students being educated, millions of children being nourished, countless patients receiving the gift of good health and a new life, and above all, each of us who receive his boundless love and grace, his spiritual guidance for our own emancipation along the way.
Truly, brothers and sisters, let us ask ourselves, where would we be, what would we do, if not for Sadhguru? Swami, we have a video offering and expressing our collective gratitude to you on behalf of everybody. May we have the video, if not for Sadhguru.
It was Madhyal Narayan Bhatt, my mentor, when I was 19 years. He guided me. In fact, he took me to Puttaparthi for the first time. And a few months before he passed away, he had entrusted me some very sacred task. He had told me, I have a vision. That vision has to be implemented, but I may not be there to implement the vision, but you are the one to implement that vision. He wanted to build a mighty missionary organization of 1 million young men and young women who completely sacrifice everything and dedicate themselves for doing good to the world. I never felt that I was strong enough, good enough to start an organization like that. That is why I came here with a broken soul. I am not able to keep the promise that I made to my guru or mentor Madhyal Narayan Bhatt. See, that is the time when Sadhguru came. He entered my life and he took over the burden that I had, and now he is doing it so gloriously.
2015, the first sports meet, out of everyone, he chose me and a few others to fly the paramotors. That was my first aviation journey. I was the first person to fly in Muddenahalli as well, and also the first person to crash. After science, he told me to get into engineering. It was halfway through the engineering where I was like, Swami, I don't know what my passion is. That is when he told me, you are going to be my pilot.
I was holding a huge position back in Singapore, and coming here and asking me to do things that didn't seem like my cup of tea, it was really very difficult. And then one day I just took the courage when I was already at the end. I just asked Sadhguru, my problem in a more spiritual context. And he just answered saying that empty yourself of yourself. And today if you ask me, do you feel happy to be here? I'm very happy to be here.
So Swami really had a major impact on my life because before joining this institution, I was not so confident the way I am right now. I always used to think that things are going wrong because of me, and always I used to overthink about it. But now, whatever is possible, I just put my efforts and I leave the results to Swami.
Once I was just deeply depressed, thinking, am I worth it? Am I a good doctor? So I was questioning myself, lost nights of sleep, and next day morning when I had come here, randomly one of the doctors comes to me and be like, Aishwarya, if you weren't here, what would we have done? You are a only female radiologist here. It's helping our pregnant patients and our infertility patients. Just because you are here, we are able to treat those patients because they're comfortable with you. And I immediately teared up. Behind her, there was Swami's photo. I realized he did this.
If not for Swami, I wouldn't have had the courage to pursue music. He told me, see, you go ahead with whatever is your interest or whatever you're born to do. I'm there supporting you. I'm there always behind you. You just go ahead. Whatever would be the odds, I will look after you. So those sentences which Swami told me became my source of courage.
Before I came here, I was living in New York. I came here just to visit the place and see the place, and then Swami told me to stay here and start this orchestra in the middle of nowhere, and I never regret it. I never look back. And I'm very, very grateful being with these students. Every single moment I feel it's a bliss for me.
If it is not for Swami, I don't think I will feel very peaceful today.
If not for Sadhguru, if he had not entered my life and if he had not guided, I wouldn't be here in this place.
Eventually, at the end of the day, I go back and I say, thank you, Swami, for giving me this opportunity. Because this is what I wanted to do in life.
In my opinion, he is the greatest visionary of the 21st century.
If Swami hadn't been in my life, I can't imagine where I would be and what I would be doing. But it wouldn't be this.
There was a point of time when Sathya Sai Baba was everything for me. Guru, God, mentor, father, mother. Today, Sadhguru Sri Madhusudan Sai has taken that place.
Now, may we invite Dr. B. N. Narasimhamurthy ji, Chief Mentor, Sri Sathya Sai Lok Seva Gurukulam Group of Institutions, to address all of us on this sacred day.
On behalf of everyone gathered here, and on behalf of everyone watching us live from all over the world, I offer our collective gratitude at the feet of our most beloved Sadhguru Sri Madhusudan Sai. Very dear brothers, students, boys and girls, Shri Shirdi Sai Divyavatara, Shri Sathya Sai Purnavatar, Shri Madhusudan Sai Karunavatar, सबका मालिक एक है उपदेश किया शिरडी साई ఒక్కటే ధర్మము ప్రేమ ధర్మము అని బోధించిన శ్రీ సత్యసాయి ಒಂದು ಜಗತ್ತು ಒಂದೇ ಕುಟುಂಬ ಎಂದು ಘೋಷಿಸಿದ ಶ್ರೀ ಮಧುಸೂದನ ಸಾಯಿ ಈ ಸಾಯಿತ್ರಯ ಕರುಣಾ ವಾಹಿನಿಗೆ ಶರಣು ಶರಣೆಂಬೆ. The birth of a divine master is a divine intervention in the life of humanity for a course correction. Many times minor, but the times in which we live requires a major correction, and the triple Sai avatar of Shirdi Sai Baba, Sathya Sai Baba and Sadguru Sri Madhusudan Sai, it has happened to make the major correction in the course of the history of humanity. Why do I call Sadguru Madhusudan Sai as Karunavatar, the very incarnation of compassion? Towards the end of my talk, I will come to major issues. But this morning we saw an act of compassion, which I tell you not many can do. Did he disappoint any one of you in sharing the chocolates and toffees? Anyone? I was counting how many times he was throwing his arm. More than 1,000 times. An ace cricketer, in fact, two of them are sitting here, J.R. Vishwanath and Venkatesh Prasad. You ask Venkatesh Prasad how many overs you would bowl at a stretch. Not more than 6. 48 times you will throw your arm. And I was wondering, in fact, I was telling my young friend who was walking with me, how is Swami doing it? And he shared a little thing which really dismayed me. He said his left arm is already in pain before he came here. He is the one who takes care of Sadhguru's physical needs. But for compassion, he has not disappointed anyone. But did any one of us say, Swami, please don't do it? That is humanity, and this is divinity. Bhagavan Sri Sathya Sai Baba said there are 3 kinds of births: Karma Janma, Karana Janma, and Leela Janma. Karma Janma, the billions of us who are born into this world, we come helplessly into the world driven by our load of karma. And the second, very few of them, Karana Janmas, they come into this world for a course correction. They come into this world for the good of humanity. They have nothing to achieve. They're all already jivan muktas, nothing to achieve. Name partasti kartavyam trishu lokeshu kinchana nanavaptam avaptavyam vartayevacha karmani, said Bhagavan Sri Krishna. There's nothing in the 3 worlds that I have to achieve. There is nothing that I have not achieved, but I am incessantly in action. That is compassion in action for global good. And Sadguru Sri Madhusudan Sai is a Karana Janma. He came into this world In fact, when he declared in this very hall on the Guru Purnima day in 2019, today, my master, Bhagavan Sri Sathya Sai Baba, has given me Jivan Mukti. I have nothing to achieve, but I have a task on hand. And the Leela Janma that we can think of, just for play, God himself comes down. There was Bhagavan Sri Krishna, Bhagavan Sri Rama, and then we saw, most of us, we saw that glorious phenomenon of Bhagavan Sri Sathya Sai Baba. It was a Leela Janma. It is my great good fortune that I served Bhagavan Sri Sathya Sai Baba for nearly half a century. And now, from the day of advent of Sadguru Sri Madhusudan Sai, in this wonderful Satya Sai Grama, which Madhusudan Sai calls Sankalpa Siddha Grama. Anybody here thinks of doing good to somebody, it will happen. Other day, the head of the Siddhaganga Mutt had come here, just a few days back. All the time he was asking Sadhguru, how does this happen? A free of cost medical college which nobody ever thought of, no government ever thought of, none of the trillionaires in the world ever thought of. And doing all services completely free of cost, not in Satya Sai Grama, not in Karnataka, not in India, in 100 countries. How does it happen? And Sadhguru said that this place is Sankalpa Siddha Grama. This is not Satya Sai Grama, Sankalpa Siddha Grama. Any one of us, then you may ask, suppose I just ask for a promotion in my career. A businessman asks for more money, and does it happen? If you decide to do good, it will happen. Once it so happened that a millionaire came to Sadhguru and told him, Swami, give me more money, I will do more seva. Sadhguru told him, first do more seva, then I will give you more money. That is the way it happens. But selflessly you pray for somebody from whom you don't expect anything in return. My dear brothers and sisters, very dear students, note this. If anybody asks how to experience spiritual joy, I will tell you not by meditation. Not many will experience joy at the first attempt. Cannot. You help anyone in need without expecting anything in return. God in your heart is placed and immediately you feel the spiritual joy. Please try. Please try that. Without even a word of gratitude from the receiver, without even recognition, you just help because the milk of human kindness overpowers you from your heart and you feel the spiritual joy. And every master is divinely ordained to complete a task in his lifetime. Every master carries a cross, light or heavy, like Lord Jesus Christ. Don't think that their life is very easy. Sitting on the throne is sitting on a bed of thorns. I know it personally. It was so with Sat Sai Baba. It is so with Sadguru Sri Madhusudan Sai. In fact, Sadguru Sri Madhusudan Sai carries a double cross. Why do I say that? For example, in modern history of India, take Sri Ramana Maharshi. He lived for more than 60 years after he realized himself. At the age of 14, he was granted in that wonderful temple of Arunachala. He was granted the highest experience. He lived in that experience for 3-4 years without coming out. But it was divinely ordained that somebody took care of him. Somebody took, when he had lost body consciousness. After 3 years, he came out. What was the task ordained for him? sit in your place, don't go anywhere. He never stirred out of that place. Never, never even once. Any spiritual aspirant comes to you, just enlighten him. He did it for many decades by talking, and towards the end, there was silent transmission of divine wisdom. That's what his task. And when the task got over, he left the world in a way that we can get an example. Many of you might not know, especially our students, that he had cancer on his hand. And the surgeon said we would operate it. And he accepted. And he said, no anesthesia. And he was operated. He set an example. And then take Ramakrishna Paramahamsa. At the young man in his early 20s, he saw the mother. And he experienced the same spiritual zenith through many paths. What was his task? Sit in your place, don't go anywhere. He moved only to Calcutta, to and fro. He was childlike. And a few hundred, towards the end, a few thousand people went to him. He enlightened them about spiritual path. And he had another task, which has made his name immortal and which has made his mission immortal, training 12 disciples personally, young people led by Swami Vivekananda. And then you take Swami Vivekananda himself. He had to do two tasks. For the first time in the history of our country, history of the world, take Vedanta to the West. And second is, he gave a new interpretation to what is spirituality. He said, it is a crime to teach spirituality to empty stomachs. First time, he said, spirituality is not meditation. Spirituality is not worship. That spirituality which is confined to kitchens and sanctums it is not spirituality at all. If you're really spiritual, you have to serve. You have to serve people in need. And then I will not take the example of Bhagavan Sri Sathya Sai Baba because I have lived with him very intimately for many, many years. And no human mind can ever think what he was. Vedaham samatitani vartamanani cha Arjuna bhavishyani cha bhutani mamtu vedana kaschana. I know every being that was born in this world, every being that is now living in this world, every being that is going to be born in this world, but nobody knows me, he said. Therefore, to talk about Sathya Sai Baba in this context, I will be a fool. I won't talk about it. Now I will talk about Sadhguru Sri Madhusudan Sai. Why do I say that he is bearing a double cross? We need to understand a little historical background. Can you imagine, in the modern history of the world, not even once, whole of mankind had their basic material needs. It's a tragedy of history. A few thousand years, which we have as real history, and I don't want to talk about history because Dr. Vikram Sampath is sitting behind me. But here, can we imagine? There were people with plenty, but there were people who died of starvation. Is this humanity? And today, the world is the wealthiest in the history that we know. And the world has more knowledge than any time before. But still, 30% of our brothers and sisters in the world still starve, still go without raiment, still their children go without basic education. And when healthcare is needed, it is denied because of the commercialization of both healthcare and education. At such a point of time, the divinely ordained task that Sadhguru has taken over himself, I have closely observed him working. He works day and night. He works day and night always for the double task that he has been entrusted with. He has to set an example for the world how the basic needs of food, shelter, clothing, educational facilities, and healthcare facilities are provided to everybody, and everybody is shown the path towards God. That he has been doing on such a scale, not that he alone can do it in the world, but he has set a model. It is possible. See, that is why it is a double cross. Sitting in a place just teaching spiritual truths, many masters do. That is very, very easy. You take upon yourself the task of providing the material needs to thousands of people. It's an arduous task. It's an onerous job. It's a very challenging task. And that Sadhguru in the last 12 years, in fact, recently I heard an interview with an American intellectual. He said this point, two sentences he spoke. That video is available. Any of you can see that. While introducing, he just said this. At this young age, today we are celebrating his 46th birthday. I remember I attended the 46th birthday of Bhagavan Sri Sathya Sai Baba also. Within 12 years, what you have achieved, I tell you, the best of the people, 200 people are required to achieve what you have achieved. This is what he said. And he said, you deserve a Nobel Prize for that. But you ask him whether he wants the Nobel Prize, he says, Namaya partha asti kartavyam trishu lokeshu kinchana. There is nothing that I have not attained. A spiritual master who has seen the zenith of spiritual experience, what does he need from this world? He does not anything need. Then we have to bear the burden of his cross to the extent that is possible for us. That's how we can help him. Many of us, when I talk to devotees or some of our senior students, see how hard Swami is working, how difficult his life is. Let us bear a part of the burden of his cross. And I tell you, we the devotees, the followers, and the students have this very sacred job. It was Thomas Kempe in the Imitation of Christ. He made a very, very profound observation. There are many who are ready to share the heaven with Jesus, but none to carry the burden of his cross. This is what he said. The leadership should be taken over by our students because he has set the example. He has given you all your material needs, looking after it like more than your father or your parents can do. And he has shown you a direction, how to progress, how to evolve spiritually. And everyone in the world, you should not rest till every one person, the last person, as Mahatma Gandhi ji said, every person should know, should have the basic material needs. Not that everybody should be rich, but at the same time know that the purpose of human life is God realization. Think of a world where the basic needs of everybody are met, and then everyone knows that I'm born here with a sacred purpose of God realization. And that is the vision, that is the world that Sadhguru Sri Madhusudan Sai is ushering in the history of the world. And many times he has declared from this platform, I would like to quote him, now I am convinced, I am sure that the course of human history will change from here, that is Sathya Sai Grama, Muddenahalli. With these words, I conclude, and I pray to Sadhguru for his birthday message. Thank you very much. Sai Ram to you.
जन्म कर्म च मे दिव्यं मां यो वेत्ति तत्त्वतः त्यक्त्वा देहं पुनर्जन्मं नैति मामेति सोऽर्जुन. Sri Krishna declares that my birth and my actions, janma and karma, both are divine. And the one who understands me in totality, my principle, my essence, such a person, after having given up his body at the time of death, would never have to take another body and would reach me, the ultimate destination, the supreme self at the end. Two things define our lives: our birth and what we do with this birth. Everybody is born and everybody dies at the end. But between that, what we do truly defines who we are and what we would achieve at the end. Since I've watched the video, if not for Sadhguru, I felt very thrilled to see that so many of them are doing things which they are born to do, and doing it joyfully, happily, realizing its value. I think as a teacher, that is my greatest joy, when the student knows the value of the school and the education. So they are doing good karma. Just good janma is not enough, good karma is important. And when both happen, janma and karma, they become divine. One reaches Sri Krishna, one reaches the divine. This place, Sathya Sai Grama, was not my Janma Bhumi. Narasimhamurthy was born here near Chikbalapura or somewhere here. But I was born 1,300 kilometers away, in the middle of the country. One day, I was walking around and then it occurred to me, what am I doing here? This was some time back. I don't belong here, I don't speak the language. I was not born here. This is not where I even studied. And I have no real relation to this land or the place. Then what am I doing here? And two people I saw with me, who were mentioned by Narasimhamurthy ji. He actually now got me started on this, because he started the topic of Narayan Bhatt was one, whom you know as Anna, who began the Lok Seva mission, and the other was Bhagavan, Sri Sathya Sai Baba. Both of them appeared. You know what they said? Narayan Bhatt said, this is not my Janma Bhumi also. And Bhagavan Sri Sathya Sai Baba said, this is not my Janma Bhumi also. But it is all our Karma Bhumi. All three must work here to redeem the man from the pettiness of their individuality, and also in the process redeem the world. So while it is not the Janma Bhumi, it is not Puttaparthi, it is not Alike, it is not Chhattisgarh, yet it is Sathya Sai Grama, which is the Karma Bhumi of all of us. And from here starts a revolution, not just social, but a spiritual revolution. And that conversation with those two beings who are guiding me, I understood that this is how it is meant to be. While our janmas have happened in different places, this is where our karma is meant to happen. This is the land of action. may not be our place of birth, but the place of action. And from here, the redemption of mankind is being scripted. And I'm so convinced about it as I see these children, as I see the devotees, the hunger to realize God, the hunger to be selfless, the hunger to be desireless, that makes me so thrilled. I spoke to children yesterday, small boys and girls. They are only 12 to 15 years old. They knew it and they spoke about it. They spoke with such conviction and courage that this is the goal of life. When I see the devotees travel thousands of miles from so many countries, come here just to experience the divinity that manifests here, and also in the process get inspired to realize the divine, it makes me so happy. The true gift that you can give to anyone is what they like, not what we like. When you want to gift somebody, you want to find out what is that person likes whom you are planning to give the gift. This is what I like. This is what I like, this sincere pursuit of spirituality, and in the process service to humanity, to all kinds of beings, not just humans, the animals, the birds, the nature. That is what I really, truly love. So when people ask, what do you want for your birthday? Ordinarily, I won't ask anything because I don't need anything. God looks after me. Before I ask for things, things are given. But one thing that I definitely open my mouth and stretch my hands and ask is Atmano mokshartam jagathitaya cha. You do good to others and you redeem yourself in the process. Just do these two things. They are not even two, they are the two sides of the same coin. Just realize that, and you have given the best gift that you can ever give to Guru or God. On a birthday, the person who is celebrating has the right to ask for gifts. I think I should exercise that right. And I ask with all my earnestness that this is what I ask of you. Atmano mokshartham jagadhitaya cha. Redeem the world while you redeem yourself. Through service, find your spirituality. And you would become one with that Supreme that we already are, but unfortunately we are unaware of it. When we were kids, there was a lesson called Kuchu's glasses. There was this man, forgetful being called Kuchu, and he would forget where he keeps his glasses. And he would keep his glasses on top of his head. It was a lesson in English, maybe in the second standard or something. And he would put his glasses on his head and he'll be searching for glasses everywhere, the spectacles. Till somebody points out to him that your spectacles are right on your head. Put them back and see. We are some spiritual kuchus like these here. We forget that we are God, we are divine. And then we seek divine everywhere in everything. Go on pilgrimages, undertake arduous austerities. In the process of finding God, we even torture ourselves. But we don't find that God that we seek. Because it's within, it's not outside. Bhagavan used to tell a nice story that it seems once Brahma, Vishnu and Maheshwara had a discussion that man is very clever, he can find anything anywhere. Where do we hide his divinity? So let us say Brahma said, let us hide it in the heavens. He said, no, he will take a plane and go to the skies and find his divinity. Vishnu said, let us bury it in the seabed, in the depths of the ocean. And Shiva said, no, then he would swim like a fish, go all the way down, dig it up and find it out. So where do we hide his divinity? And then finally, the suggestion was given that it should be hidden within himself, because that is where he would not look for it. He would look for it everywhere, but wouldn't search for it within. So that was decided, and the Trinity hid that divinity within us. And we keep looking out all around for that divine, that experience of the divine. But we don't look within, because as Kathopanishad says, Yamadharmaraja tells the secret to Nachiketa. Why this delusion? Why this seeking? Because paranchikani yatrinat swayambhu tasmat paran pashyati na antaratma. All our senses have been created in such a way that they always look outside only. They don't turn within. They look for everything on the outside. But outside is only the sensory things. Nothing to do with the divine. The divine resides within. And kaschid dhira pratyaga atmana maikshat avrutta chakshuhu amrutatvam. Some courageous person, a valorous one, the persistent one, turns his gaze within, because that is unnatural for the senses. He turns the gaze within because he is desirous of immortality, and thus he finds that immortality within. This is the secret. So we are looking for it in the wrong place in the first place. Therefore we don't find it despite years and years of searching. But when we turn our gaze within, we find it. But to turn our gaze within, it requires certain effort. It is not natural for us. And that is the job of a guru, to teach us to turn within. And what does this turning within means? Look for all those divine qualities that are inherent in us. Compassion is not some one person's property. Compassion is what we all are made of. When there are small kids, you see they're very compassionate because they don't know this difference of us versus them. So whomever they see in pain and suffering, whether it's a small insect or a human being, their heart melts with compassion. And they would always ask their parents to help the other person who is suffering. But as they grow, this natural tendency to be compassionate, which is our original divine nature, starts getting covered by other considerations of I and mine. And that's when we start looking outside for things that satisfies this idea of I and mine, the selfishness. And we are unable to turn within where selflessness is residing. And over the years, as we keep doing the wrong thing over and over again, it becomes a habit. So a thought, reap an action. So an action, reap a tendency. So a tendency, reap a habit. So a habit, reap a destiny. And slowly that thought that we are not God or we are not divine becomes so very strongly instilled in us that it's very difficult to fight it back. And so we just live that life of ignorance, looking for God elsewhere. But here I see our students, our staff, many of our devotees were here, such sincere seekers. They are always looking for God within. They're always trying to learn the scriptures. They're always trying to do seva. They're always trying to understand what I'm trying to teach. This seeking, this striving, this sincerity in your efforts, this shraddha, that is the best gift that you can give to a teacher. And eventually you will achieve. Kalenatmani vindati. Eventually everybody will achieve that. That is the best assurance Krishna gives. Don't worry, sooner or later you will realize your divinity. Everyone has to. That is the only final destination for us all. Through roads longer and shorter, winding or straight, we would reach the same place at the end, sooner or later. The sooner the better. And that is the idea, that eventually we all have to realize God. So what's the point in doing things which are not taking us towards it? Why waste time? Because finally you will have to give up everything that you are pursuing, so-called pleasures, and you have to come to the same point at the end. So what's the point in just not doing it right away? You could do that as well. And that is the kind of urgency that I bring in, that you must do it now and here. Don't wait for another day to begin this journey. It's now and here. This is the best place, best situations, the best time and circumstances in which this can be achieved. If you miss this, I do not know whether there will be another time, another place, another situation like this where you can continue or pursue this path. It may or may not happen. So this is the best time. Let us not miss the opportunity. This is the main, in Kannada they call kalaji, that sense of concern that I have, that everybody should have it, everybody should achieve it, everybody should enjoy it. And I feel that freedom, the joy that comes with it, and so I want everybody to enjoy that. Just like a good friend would want you also to come and eat something that he has eaten, which is very nice, or come to a place where he has gone which is very nice, or watch something that he has watched, he would insist, come with me, because he has enjoyed it and he wants everyone to enjoy it. So he would insist. That is how I insist. Come, let's go there, from where there is no need to return again, which is the final destination, which is freedom, which is joy, which is eternity. Let's go there, let's enjoy that. That is the insistence that I go on talking about. But people are there, some take it very quickly, very seriously, they start putting efforts, some take their own time. But eventually everybody has to come to this path. No escape from this path. That is the final destiny of us all. So the earlier the better. That is what I keep repeating again and again. And what do you experience when you are at that place? Of course you experience freedom of desirelessness. As Narasimhamurthy said, there is no duty, there is no sense of duty there. You do things because that is what you are born to do. It's not action, it's not activity. It is a spontaneous expression of your own divinity. It does not require any effort, it is not a burden. So while you keep saying you work very hard, physically maybe yes, because there is only so much, 24 hours is all that is given to everybody on this earth. And if you want to do anything, you have to do within those hours. So everybody has to work. But to me, it is not a sense of burden or an effort or some kind of a hard work as it is perceived to be. It is a joy. It is a joy. If I go around the hall, I did not even realize how long I was moving around. Every time I look at somebody's face, disappointed that the chocolate did not land in their hands or on their heads, I turn around and I throw it again, because I do not want them to go back empty pockets or empty hands. Of course, empty hearts. They have to carry that chocolate, and chocolate is love tangibilized, that you can taste and experience. And for children, and also the grown-up children, look at them. I was walking this way and I was passing by a bunch of people who are all professors and head of departments and so-called very serious profiles. And they are turning like kids right and left catching chocolates. I hope your students haven't seen you doing that. They won't respect you. They'll think he is also like us. But in front of God, everybody is a child. Because Tvameva Mata, Pita Tvameva, Tvameva Bandhu, Sakha Tvameva. And that joy of being in the divine presence is the joy we all want to experience. So what you get there, you get that joy. That joy of being in the presence of your own divinity. You are the happiest person, and a happiness that is unadulterated, uncontaminated, unsullied, pure. That is what I want everybody to experience. And I find it very difficult to hold my emotions when I look at these children. And I was telling in the room behind, when I was sitting, before I came back again on the stage, that when I look at these children, I think their journey has just begun. They have a long way to go. They're just starting off now. And through ups and downs of life, they'll have to fight many a battle. Some nice ones, some not nice ones. Some outside, some within. And they are just starting on this journey, and look at their fortune that they're starting from the right place, with the right people, with the right guidance. So they will definitely reach their destination. That gives me a lot of joy when I look at them. I do not think they even realize what I'm saying right now. Not for another 10 years, but after that they would know what has happened to them. Ask the front benchers. They have gone through their lives. Most of them have gone through lots of ups and downs. They have made right and wrong decisions. They have things to celebrate and also to regret, because they did not have somebody by their side right from the day one saying, this is the path. Avoid these pitfalls, avoid those turns, wrong turns, and you would be happier in your journey. But you children are very fortunate, because you're starting off very early. Start early, drive slowly, and reach safely. So you are starting early on this spiritual journey. But as I said, nobody needs to be disappointed. Oh, we are too late. Are we going to even make it? No, God's time is God's time. He can give you that as like a chocolate in your hand, if He decides to. If only you crave for it the way you were craving for the chocolates. You ask for God with the same sincerity that I should miss that experience of divinity in a hall full of people. I know everybody is seeking God, but I also should seek. I should not hesitate. Then you will also get it. Nobody would be sent back empty-handed. Remember that sincerity is the key to everything. Shraddhavan labhate jnanam. And to me, I think if I look back at my journey, it is this sincerity of wanting to be of some use to Bhagavan, of some use to the people, and also to know who you are yourself. This was the burning desire. That burning desire, that tapana, that is what has brought me this far. I do not think it is because of the merits of the past or the accumulated punyams of many lifetimes. Of course, Guru's grace is very important. Without that, it won't happen. But as I mentioned yesterday, if there is wet wood, how much ever you try to light fire, it won't. It won't catch fire. Like that, Guru may give wisdom, the fire of knowledge. But if our mind is not ready, prepared for it, it's not sincere, it's not seeking, it won't catch fire. There will be only smoke. So this preparation is the gift that you take to the Guru. Samit Pani in the old times, when disciples would go to Guru, they won't carry gifts like gold or silver or other such material things. They would carry dry wood, Samit they used to call, because these Gurus would be performing yajnas, and for that they need to continuously burn the firewood. So the disciples will go to the forest, collect the dry wood and come and offer it to Guru. Even before anybody was given a sannyasa diksha, even in today's times, they are supposed to carry a bunch of dry wood with them and give it to the Guru from whom they are seeking that diksha. The significance is that you bring a dry mind to the Guru, which is not wet with the desires of the world, which is free, which is dry, so that it can catch fire like this. And Guru does not have to put much effort. One strike of a matchstick and there is fire, because you are ready to receive. That readiness is the gift. That readiness is the gift that you have to give to the Guru. So make efforts every day to get more ready to receive the grace, so that when the grace descends upon you, the realization is in a trice. There is no delay. That kind of readiness is what Shishya should offer to the Guru. I think this readiness is what has brought us this far, and it is what will take us to the next destination. And everybody will realize God. There is no two ways about it. Even if you don't want to realize God, it is not allowed. You have to realize God. That is the rule. But how you would realize God, that is up to you. Where you are going to reach is decided. How you are going to reach, how soon you are going to reach, that's up to you. So that is what destiny and free will is all about. Destiny is to realize divinity. Whether you are a sinner or a saint, ignorant or wise, you have to realize God at the end. No two ways. But how soon would you realize, how fast would you walk on this path, how quickly you will reach there, that is the free will that is given to you. You can exercise that. Nobody can take it away from you. Unless you go back and surrender it to God, He allows you the liberty of a free will. And that is where things get delayed. So surrender to the divine, that is the best way, so that God takes over your free will and drives you all the way to your destination. You don't have to drive, you can be a passenger sitting behind enjoying the scenery, or learn to drive behind God. As He guides, do that. Between the two, you have to choose one. But for me, the easiest path is surrender. It looks tough. It is tough also, I know. But once you have achieved that, everything is a smooth ride. You don't have to worry about the turns and the twists and what kind of road and the potholes and the bumpers and any of the obstacles. God will drive. You can relax behind. So surrender is the key. Starts with Shraddha, ends with Sharanagati. This is the journey of a devotee. Start with Shraddha, sincere seeking of divine, and end with complete surrender, total surrender. And you will realize the supreme truth. So yes, this earth is the karma bhumi. Wherever we are born, our destination is one and the same, the divinity. And places like this, ashram or an institution like this, satsanga like this, gives us the opportunity to follow that path with conviction and courage. And whenever we feel a little demotivated, a little down, there is somebody around here who will put his or her arm around your shoulders and say, come, let's keep walking, let's not stop. Charaiveti says our scriptures. Keep walking, keep walking. It is tough to walk. Shurasya dhara, I know it is walking razor's edge, but you keep walking. Not walking is not a choice. I always say, if you can't fly, run. If you cannot run, walk. If you cannot walk, crawl, but do not stop. Keep walking, and I am always there. Anybody who seeks God, I am their closest friend, confidant, guru, guide, because that is what excites me. When somebody seeks God, I get thrilled. Oh, here is another seeker of God, one like me. I want to help. But when they seek the world, I get very disappointed. I only want to bless so much that would fulfill their needs. Main bhi bhukha na rahu, sadhu na bhukha jaye. Sai itna dijiye jame kutum samaye. I should also not be hungry, and somebody who comes to my door should not go hungry. Give me only so much, O Divine, O God, so that my family survives, and anybody who comes to my doorstep also gets what they need. That much is enough for me. The rest of my time, energy, and efforts should be dedicated only to realize God. I do not want to waste my time and energy pursuing things that are going to anyway disappear and not going to be of use to me in the final journey. What would I do with all of them? This is the attitude that a sincere seeker must develop. And a lot of you have done that. That is why you have come this far. Otherwise, it is not easy. And today, while you celebrate this as a special day, for me it's just another day. But I am grateful. I am grateful for this day because it helped me do my destiny. It helped me do what I was born to do. I did not know it. There was a TV interview from a Kannada channel, TV9 or something. I think they are going to broadcast it today. But they were asking me, did you know that this is what you would be doing 10 or 15 years down the line? Let me tell you, I had absolutely no idea that I would be doing this, nor I had any desire for it. And that is why it was given to me. If I had desired for it, it wouldn't have been given to me. I had no desire for this, so it comes to me. And because God desires, then God's desire becomes your desire. That is what I was telling these people. There is a cake there, and there is a big lion, and there is a small lion, the cub. And we know that Upanishadic tale which Swami Vivekananda was very fond of telling. All our kids know it by heart, that how a little lion cub was lost in the flock of sheep. I think there are some sheep also on the cake. You can eat all of them. That's all just fondant and chocolates and things like that. But this little cub, which was lost in the flock of sheep, thought of itself as a sheep and kept bleating its way to glory. Till there was a big lion that arrived on the scene and roared. All the sheep ran helter-skelter for their life. But this little cub, because he had that lion in him, he was a lion, so he was naturally drawn toward that big lion. He did not feel scared like the other sheep. And intrigued by this cub roaming around with the flock of sheep, the big lion asked him, "What are you doing? What are you doing with these sheep?" He says, "What do you mean? I am a sheep." He said, "No, you are not." "No, I am." And he had trained himself to bleat and eat grass and do all kinds of things that sheep do. And the lion said, "No, that's not the truth. You're deluded. You're ignorant. Let me show you." And took him to a pond, a lake. And in the sheet of water, he showed him, "Look at your reflection. You look like me and not like those." And then the cub realized, "Oh yes, that is why I see that I am drawn to you naturally, because I am you. You are drawn to a guru because you are that guru. You are drawn to God because you are God. You are roaming around with things or people of the world who do not want God. We don't remember our true nature." But then a guru arrives on the scenes, and somebody told, "Swami, you are that lion." And I told, "Yeah, that is why I keep roaring every now and then. Otherwise you will roam around with the sheep, you know. So once in a while I have to wake you up." And then I roar and I wake you up and say, "Come on, enough of it. Get back. Do what is right. You are a lion." And then the little cub, taking courage in the words of that big lion, with little effort, roars. And once he roars, he knows he is a lion. Because Brahma Veda, Brahmaiva Bhavati. The one knower of Brahman becomes Brahman. The one experience that I am a lion makes him a real lion. And now he is redeemed of all his fears, pettiness, selfishness. So that's the cake about a lion. We are all lion. Our scriptures call us Vedanta Kesari. Once we know the knowledge of Vedanta, Advaita, we are the lions. We are no more sheep, no more scared of silly things. We are always fearless because we are desireless. Ashtavakra says, which we are going to learn. I am looking forward to teaching Ashtavakra Gita. I believe Vivekananda said, if ever I withdraw myself and go elsewhere, I'll carry a book of Bhagavad Gita with me. And if I ever have to withdraw and go elsewhere, I think I'll carry Ashtavakra Gita. Because it's the essence, purest essence of all the Vedantic scriptures. So in Ashtavakra Gita, Ashtavakra says to Janaka Maharaja, Nirvasanam harim drishta tushnim vishayadantinaha palayante na shaktaste sevante krutachatavaha. By looking at the desireless lion, the elephants of the senses shut up. If they cannot run away from that desireless lion, they become his subservient, their servants. Who? The senses. So the one who is desireless is like a lion in the jungle. And even the senses and sense objects which are like elephants, seemingly very mighty, they also become subservient to that lion of desirelessness. So where does all the power come to me from? From this desirelessness. Desireless person is free. Desireless person is all powerful. Desireless person is ever happy. And only a desireless person can help you become a desireless person. And that is what I am trying to teach you. Let there be no other desire in our minds but the desire to know who we truly are. Let there be no other thought in our head than the thought of seeking the divine all the time. Let there be no actions done by our hands other than those which are good for the others, other than those that will take us towards our destination. Let our feet walk only those roads that take us closer to God and none other. I am sure as a teacher, my heartfelt blessings are there with everyone, that all of you should realize this truth here and now, not in some distant future, by becoming that lion of desirelessness, that lion of Vedanta, by becoming free. And may your lives also become an example for many, many more children in the future. May you lead them towards light through your own example, through your own precept. And I think as we progress year after year, I know I'm not getting any younger, but that doesn't worry me. But what worries me is that every year that passes, an opportunity to get closer to God is lost. And we should not. Next year when we celebrate, not my birthday, your own birthdays, please celebrate as people who have evolved from where you are today. You should be a step closer to God, not closer to grave. That is how birthdays should be celebrated. And I think once Bhagavan said birthdays should be worth days, days which are worth celebrating. And that is only worth when we are worth in divine. We are closer to divine. And I bless everybody, especially the little children who are very dear to me. And I think that's something that was always so, that children are pure like gods. They make mischief, they do not know what they are making. So they are okay, we can take care of them. But every one of us should be a child of God, child of immortality. Shunvantu Vishwe Amrutasya Putra. We are all Amrutasya Putra, children of immortality. So I think as long as you are children of immortality, you are also equally dear to me. Even if you are grey-haired or no-haired, it does not matter. You are still dear to me because you are like child. So be like a child in front of God. You will achieve everything. You will achieve that immortality. May this happen sooner than later. May you realize your divine self and be eternally joyful, eternally free, unbound by any desire whatsoever. May such a life be yours. Let this be my gift to you on this day. And with these words, again blessing all the initiatives that have been undertaken today from Advaita Vedanta to artificial intelligence, you know, a multi-purpose guru that I am. You can use me for anything. And artificial intelligence is becoming important because as the progress happens in science and technology, communication and healthcare, everywhere it is being used. And these people came, Dr. Vikram Sampath and his team, you know what they did? They took a voice recording of mine from somewhere, which was in English, and they translate or whatever, they converted it into a Telugu lecture. And I thought, when did I speak like this? It was not perfect, but it was quite good. Then I told, see, I can't speak 100 languages of the world, but everybody would like to hear my voice sitting in their own rooms in their language. So can something be done about it? But somebody told me once, Swami, if you can record all your books, audiobooks in your voice, it would be so nice to just play the recording in our own homes. We would feel you're sitting next to us and talking about your story. Can you do that? Well, I did not have time to do that, but looks like artificial intelligence can do that. So I said, let us try. So I was very happy to meet Vikram and team from Now AI, and also we are initiating some research, historical research. So also our IT team has developed very useful softwares, AI-based for our hospital purposes, for pharmaceuticals, and so many other things. So to all of them also, blessings. God is like that. He's Nitya Nutana, at the same time, Sathya Sanathana. He is Puratana and Nutana at the same time. Hale Beru, Hosachigaru, Kudiralu, Marasobagu. This life finds its true beauty and meaning when you synthesize the ancient with the modern. So this is where you can attain Advaita Vedanta and also use artificial intelligence for all your day-to-day things. To blessings to all of them. And I love the video, if not for Sadhguru, makes me feel that my birthday is a birthday. Thank you for that. Blessings to everyone again. I'll see you in the evening.
ओम जय जगदीश हरे स्वामी सत्य साई हरे भक्त जना संरक्षक भक्त जना संरक्षक पति महेश्वर ओम जय जगदीश हरे शशिवदना श्रीकरा सर्वा प्राणपते स्वामी सर्वा प्राणपते आश्रित कल्पलतिका आपद्बांधवा ओम जय जगदीश हरे माता पिता गुरुदैवं मर्यन्तयो नीवे स्वामी मर्यन्तयो नीवे नाद ब्रह्म जगन्नाथा नाद ब्रह्म जगन्नाथा नागेन्द्र शयना ओम जय जगदीश हरे ओजस्वी ओम साई महादेव सद्गुरु साई महादेवा मंगल हारति अंधुको मंगल गिरिधारी ओम जय जगदीश हरे नारायण नारायण ओम सत्य नारायण 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 ओम नारायण नारायण ओम सत्य नारायण नारायण ओम सत्य नारायण नारायण ओम जय सद्गुरुदेवा नारायण सुखिनो भवन्तु समस्तलोकाः सुखिनो भवन्तु समस्तलोकाः सुखिनो भवन्तु। शांति शांति शांति। जय बोलो भगवान श्री सत्य साई बाबा जी की जय। जय बोलो सद्गुरु श्री मधुसूदन साई जी की जय।
तुमको चाहते हैं, देखे जब धरती ज़मीं, तुमको पाते हैं, ख्वाहिशों में भी हम ही तुमको चाहते हैं। तेरे प्यार में हर कोई खुद को भुला रहा, तेरे प्यार में हर कोई खुद को भुला रहा। हर पल तुझे याद कर तुझे बुला रहा। ओ साई, you are our life. 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 दिल में तेरे थोड़ी जगह हमको बनाने दो, दिल में तेरे थोड़ी जगह हमको बनाने दो। एक छोटी सी कोई भूमिका हमको निभाने दो, एक छोटी सी कोई भूमिका हमको निभाने दो, हमको ख्वाहिशों में भी हम यूं ही तुमको चाहते हैं, ख्वाहिशों में भी हम यूं ही तुमको चाहते हैं। देखे जब धरती ज़मीं, तुमको पाते हैं, ख्वाहिशों में भी हम यूं ही तुमको चाहते हैं। तेरे प्यार में हर कोई खुद को भुला रहा, तेरे प्यार में हर कोई खुद को भुला रहा। हर पल तुझे याद कर तुझे